I'm Alessandra Barrett, Special Projects Editor for JOC. I'm at our 2015 TPM, and I'm speaking with Mark Laufer, CEO of the Laufer Group. Thanks for joining me today, Mark.
My pleasure.
Looking into the labor issue and other issues on the West Coast, from your perspective, how can the industry work to repair the damage?
The damage that was created from this last 9 months is not going to go away anytime soon. It might even cause a fundamental shift in cargo routing in terms of going more and more to the East Coast and other alternative West Coast ports. I think the carriers will work very hard with the ports and the ILWU to try and repair the damage that's been done, but it's going to take a long time, and there's no guarantee that shippers are going to forget anytime soon.
So what innovations are needed? I know you always talk about being built different and doing things differently. What innovations could help turn this around?
I think that the recent troubles on the West Coast, and not only the labor strike, but we're talking about the congestion problems, the chassis issues, indicates that there's a huge paradigm shift going on in the industry right now. And I think that the carriers are not sure where to go or what to do. There are carriers like Maersk that are leading the charge in changing the culture of the industry, but some of the less progressive carriers are holding back the whole group, so to speak. And we're watching very closely to see how this is going to play out over time. Right now, I think the carriers are looking for some way to create value in a highly commoditized environment, and I don't know if they have the answer to that question. During the crisis, we've had to come up with many out-of-the-box solutions for our customers in terms of rerouting cargo to East Coast ports, finding space where none exists, and solving a lot of the congestion problems that go all the way back to origin in China, the Far East, and other ports in the world. This has been a continuing challenge. One of the things that we do differently is we don't sugarcoat the situation for our customers, and we try and tell them what to expect, even if it's not what they want to hear. This allows them to do budget planning and to create contingency plans for disruptions. And I think that separates us from a lot of people who try and react rather than anticipate changes in what's going on.
Last year, you and I spoke quite extensively about the Laufer's Built Different model. What did you do specifically this year that was different, given all of the tumultuous things that were going on?
Very early on in the process, we went to our customers and we presented what might happen and how we can reroute cargo to alternative ports. First, we were doing reroutings from Southern California up to Prince Rupert and other gateways besides the affected West Coast ports. We were also looking at congestion and at terminal capacities throughout the West Coast, and we provided a lot of different alternatives to our customers. We think that we got ahead of the curve, and a lot of our customers agree.
Do you think carriers have made any progress in updating the model? I know that that's something that you feel quite passionately about.
Changing a culture inside an industry, especially one that is as rigid and old as this one, is a very, very difficult thing to do. We are seeing new blood being brought into the industry, particularly at the CEO level, and we see a lot of CEOs trying to make fundamental cultural changes in the way that they deal with contracting, the way that they deal with customer pricing, and the way that they deal with long-term versus short-term contracts. Carriers are having a very difficult time dealing with this new model because of the rapidly changing situation in freight rates, capacity, ship sizes, and terminal conditions. So I think it's going to be a long time until we settle down. I think we're seeing the same thing in the world of chassis, where there's a new model emerging, but no one can quite say what it is yet.
Well, thanks for taking time from TPM to speak with me today, Mark.
My pleasure. Always good to be here.
I've been speaking with Mark Laufer, CEO of the Laufer Group.